Hi, it's Laurie here. You may remember these pants from my flea market video when I picked these up. These were actually a free item that I picked up toward the end of the day toward the end of the day, some of the vendors were kind of ready to go home. And so there were all these items like in a box on the floor, and I picked up a little owl, and I also picked up these pants. They were pretty cool because they were new with tags. They were originally from Kmart, and somebody paid $9.99. I got them for free, and I like them. They're too large for me, but I did like the fabric and the color. As you can see, it has this like cool kind of crinkly fabric to it, and they were like they looked like they would be like a wide leg sort of pant, which I love that type of easy, comfortable type of pant to wear. What I did take in the waist a little bit, and I tried them on. I actually need to take them in a bit more. I didn't take them in enough, but after I had washed them, you can see that the fabric actually got more crinkly, which I kind of really like this look. I think that's really cool that it like shrinks up. I think it looks nice, and I don't have to worry about ironing them. And so I also decided to hem them because they were too long for me as well. And I decided to add a little bit of elastic in the hem just to I felt like that it would look a little cleaner on me since they tended to crinkle toward the hem anyway. So then I feel like it looks more intentional. So I went ahead and did that. And then with the fabric that I had left over from the hem, I sewed two little squares. I had to iron these out because from the folding from the hem in order to get the shape. And then I hand stitched here and here just to make a little bit of a square or rectangle shape to make some pockets. And then what I did was I wasn't ready to sew them on the pants because when I ironed them, they actually got very flat, and this fabric is crinkly, as you can see. So what I did was I just basted this. I'll take these stitches out later, and then I got the fabric wet and I kind of crinkled it up, and then let it dry, and then it crinkled up again. So my plan is to add the pockets on the pants. So I have a few options. I was thinking of potentially doing that where they're like kind of just in the front, like a kind of a sailor pants sort of look, which I love that look. And the only reason I'm hesitant about doing that, it's actually the wrong way, is that sometimes I've noticed when aesthetically it looks cute to have pockets there, but then when you sit down, sometimes if you have something in your pocket, like it'll fall out because that's where your hip and leg fold to sit down. So I like the look of this, and I feel like when you're walking around, it's nice to have, if you need to put your phone or something, it makes sense. But then again, I've always come in that problem when I sit down that it's like a weird spot. So I'm actually thinking, I also thought of maybe going more on the side of the kind of the hip, doing like the side of the hip sort of thing. But I actually think I may put the pocket a little bit lower and kind of wrap around and do a cargo pocket situation. So I think I'll have to try these on and kind of see, like think about it a little more before I go ahead and sew them on. But that is my general plan. And yeah, and then either way, I probably will put like a snap, one of those little snaps that you hand sew on, just so that if I did use them, things wouldn't fall out or whatever. So I find that to be pretty handy to put a bit of a snap. So that is my plan, and I'll see how these turn out. I'm glad I picked these up. Like, I mean, they were free, so there was nothing to lose, but I think I'll actually get a lot of wear out of these type of pants because they're like super comfortable and will match so many things in my wardrobe. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so I pinned on the pockets and I tried them on and I like the placement. So now I just put it in this embroidery hoop and then pinned it a little better because this fabric was hard to pin on. So anyway, I think it will be easier for me to do the stitching. I'm going to continue hand stitching since I did the other parts by hand. It may actually be faster since I don't have bobbin thread that matches and all that. So that's what I'm gonna do. So basically I'll just sew this hem because I didn't do this one. This is where the top, and then I will sew these to the pants. Good news is I finished sewing both pockets on each side. I think they look cute. You can see the pockets. And the only thing to wait is put in some snaps. But of course I have a little kitty on my lap sleeping, so that may have to wait for tomorrow. But I think they're looking good. I finished my pants today, and this is my outfit. I wore it with a vintage sweater that I bought in the Mission District of San Francisco a few years back, and this blouse that I bought at Farm Rio in Rio de Janeiro. I love this look. I felt very comfortable and very me in this. I just wanted to give you a detail of the pocket. They are spacious and practical. I love the fabric of these pants, so I'm very happy with how this little thrift flip turned out. If you like this type of content, please consider liking and subscribing.